You real stack, I'm gonna put you on stage.
Why don't you do this part right here? Hold on for me one more time here.
What part?
Yeah, just take that right there. Try to act like my man taking a seat right here. Do this for me one more time.
It's your brother Jock. Welcome y'all to the event feature. Take time away and travel your galaxy. Cut off positions you intend to take. When you return, it's tragedy. Weaken the wicked with an empty stone. No need to fortify. My abyss absorbs your home, your zone, your clones, where you roam, and your brightness, and your robots who appear in my likeness. All praise to His Highness. Melt your King Midas. Assemble troops like Titus. Hold it like dust. Our rust is reformed into the dust to which sons are born. So ill the temple liquefies. Mind Jim. Watch Loki dematerialize, spiritualize the earth to crush flatbreads. Locks of death is what the crap says. They don't know how old they got con to shaving short. Oh, what a saving sport. Word into your dimensions port. Come find out why I'm TK. Telekinesis thesis reaches out in this way. The truth and the life in my sight. Build altars and view star light. Demolish altars who wanna fight. Then bow before Malacca's of Doc. He warned me of sorcerer cops who fear chop and sell poison crops. Watch, I kill my own self before the heart. My degree is enterprise chart. Enter eyes like gleam off a sword. Set on fire, you're my Ali Lord. Sun Tzu gave me that. Then plundered the map over ravines, down the creek. Horses and streets, Nordic meat as a woolly coat. Saw Jab fight, taught him to throw a rope. Too many drown in books, lose hope. I realize I'm sober. My self-knower is a soldier. He told me he is the torch, smolder. Then reap the field and do it backwards. That is, reap the field and smolder. The torch is he who told. Y'all crash like Steve McQueen. Elizabeth on your money team. Killer priest, traverse dreams. Sniper warnings of killer bees. Oh, about this situation. Switching hand placement. Grandma, since ancient, she gives thanks and tell you about Joseph. Told them to wait outside of this. Your aqua gotta be about father business. Sharing as the meek shall inherit. Cats didn't listen when I told them I prepare it. Loops of the swift chariot. Elisha marriage. Chock full of despair. And when Jah returned, he dipped water and burned. My time frames have sharp corners that stab box heads and joiners. Corners at the board show examples to the students. Orcas in the horse forced to swim through sewage. Goddamn, your words are challenging. Wearing gifts she was lavishing, looking dashing as the crowd's grabbing. Rope chains, bangles, and body kicks. Hoodies with rose gold zips. Willie butter leather matching gloves. Women on the leather cause she loves. Bless y'all who can make the journey. Guarding glowing. Ask your attorney. Servants with broke heads on journeys. Youth and priests. Learning, desire burning as elders churning. Then she give you a bit to taste. See how the hard work put a shine to your face. To your face, far from the wrath of grapes, or the farcy hate, or the obscene fakes. End up in the mean cheap place. From heights, people made your gift. Y'all more confused than fans of Taylor Swift. Time to time, take a split. Show how much you know when I'm found relaxed in a Gondor bungalow. Exists of bros. Oh.
I don't believe these people. What are they fronting on me after all the minutes I done gave them? You know what I'm saying?
Look, Sneaker Genius, what were you trying to rehearse?
Rehearse?
Yes.
Why don't you put a little rap in it like my man did?
Time that hand exposed comes from the sand. We rule the land and it's sprout great food. Nobody wants to lose, nor is it something you choose. The niggas be on Tom Cruise. Some whack actors who promote bachelors, not even listening when I ask you. Take lessons from the older rap groups. My meditations rock the nations. Hurt your stomach like the smell of bacon. Out with a mason and eat up they snakes. Seem too easy and you go astray. How much time do we have to wait to pray before the hunger pains lead the way? Seeing cannot burn his own face. That's what you get when holiness misplaced. Duck face devils claim pyramids where octagons get inked like squid. Know where I live, where Pegasus is. Rest the mist when the bones break. Sloan takes like Bueller in case. Nymphs hate my blade break. Put you to the burning gate. Alive and well, living action do tell. Smooth as rails, especially when him be finished. My rhyme scheme is called Do Not Diminish. While youth remain timid, sandbar to sandlot. Football stars top. Mozart candy, dreadnought. Change colors under warm water. Bathtubs, she used expensive scrubs for daughters. Catch you like the last pass. Snagged on grass. Had to move fast in the face of the siren's blast. Yet sit here in this task. Round up mutants like Boulevard trash. Same date, do not crash. Once you down like corned beef hash. Hurdlers weren't up to task.
Yeah, boy. It's your man Killer B. You goddamn Witchfinder General. You got a witch, I'll burn their ass up.
If it's a fake doctrine, I'ma light it up.
You got that right. That's the MVP, Chris. And we live tonight with another one of these live ass motherfucking videos. Tonight we got on the panel Brother Lamad, got Brother Yem, and the infamous MVP, Chris Harris.
I am that I am.
He is.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom. Yeah, boy. Shit, we got another one. Make sure you guys, first of all, make sure you guys check out after the show, Chris Harris live stream he just made about a few minutes ago. He had an awesome live stream and stuff. Plenty of information. That's what we.
It was a controversial lesson, and I know a lot of people don't like dealing with mainly Israelites. They don't like dealing with things that make them uncomfortable. But I had a gentleman on there, and he wanted to talk about the misconceptions of the oral Torah. Did it actually exist within the nation of Israel? Like I said, it was controversial. So you know me, Mr. Controversy, anyway. So
yes, sir.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. We had the Sabbath and stuff yesterday, earlier today. Now we back on the grind. And Judah Nazareth still ducking and diving, calling for help. Come on, man. You got to keep it 100. I want you to run all. I might slow up. Take down the channel completely. And in the Judah Nazareth 9. Let's take them down. And I'll think about it. I might think about it. I'll give him a deal. I mean, he could take a deal like 6ix9ine.
Bang.
You gotta tell our Nagy. You gotta tell our Nagy. You know what I mean? You gotta do a whole bunch of stuff. We got a list. You know all your crimes. You gotta confess to all your crimes. Take down those channels. We might let up on you. Won't give you too much time. Make you sit down for a year or two or something.
But I think I've been talking to him like under a fake account though.
Yeah.
Humble King.
Nah, it's another one. Let's kind of just keep that name under wraps till we figure out.
God.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, but he got no choice. What else he gonna do? Nobody else is gonna do it for him.
Okay.
I think I know which one he's talking about too.
The young brother's not gonna do it. Tom ain't gonna do it. You know what I mean? Booger Bear might do it. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute, Booger Bear.
He'll just get embarrassed. He'll just embarrass himself.
Fuck is Booger Bear?
You know the guy that said that you scared of him.
Yeah.
Vanya.
Yeah.
Mr. Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio, yo.
Man, if that man, I don't even want to get mad right now. Yeah, I'm afraid of him. Okay. The Egyptian was white, right? He said the Egyptians was white. I was done right there. Like, what we bringing on the show here, Julie?
Frogs don't poop.
You can eat a poisonous dart frog. It's part of the Torah. Okay, sure.
Oh man, we had all types of shenanigans. What is the Goomba Squad or whatever? Judah's Goomba Squad, which is the one-man army.
Yeah.
One-man army and stuff. Try to make a little assault today and stuff. With foolish questions. Most have been answered if you watch my videos. Yeah, but tonight we're gonna get into this damn number 9.
Uh-oh. You mean Yahweh Shai's number?
Yeah, that Yahweh Shai number.
Yahweh Shai. Yahushua. That's
Oh,
Yahushua.
before we go on to that, let's get some of these current events. Hot damn. The dude, yo, that's it.
Yo, hold on. Don't say, dude, don't not bring. We got to ask Yem and Lamar. Did y'all see Gorilla Hebrew's new 12 tribe chart? Did y'all see this?
Yeah, your God shared it with me. I saw it.
Bruh. Dude. And here go the thing. We all love Gorilla Hebrew, but brother, what are you doing, man? What are you doing, brother?
Have you seen it, Lamar?
Lamar, you seen it? Lamar sleeping?
I guess so.
Yeah, that chart, man. Oh my God! You make sure you guys go check out Alazar's new 12 tribe chart.
New and improved.
New and improved, goddamn it!
Right off the presses.
Chart.
Right off the presses. All inclusive.
You ain't gonna get this information nowhere else. It was given to him from on high.
Man, Alazar, why you got all them damn high yellow people up on your chart?
Not high yellow, white people. White people.
I try to be, you know what I'm saying?
All those clear people.
Yeah, he trying to be politically correct. He trying to be politically correct.
Yeah, I forgot. I was on Chris's show. So I got to be correct up on there. I'm on my shit. I can be on my nigga shit. I forgot. Yeah, why you got them damn crackers up on your damn fucking chart?
Those are Israelites. That's why.
Chart. You got a picture about damn near goddamn 15 crackers up on your damn 12 chart.
Got James Harden.
Out of Indians, all types of shit. You name it, they on there.
Hey, you got the picture? You got the picture? You got the picture of it?
Yeah, let me find this picture.
Let's put it on up.
Yeah,
hey, y'all, this is an exclusive. We keep telling y'all, stop playing. Stop playing.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. I was talking. I guess y'all couldn't hear me. No, I didn't see the chart.
Ah, damn. Man,
well, you finna see it right now.
You about to see that shit. That shit is crazy. And he was like, I don't care what y'all niggas say. I guess not, nigga. I guess you don't. Shit. I guess you don't. Ah, damn.
I think when he drew that one, he said, you know what? I think that was like one of the moments when he did it. He was just like, yeah, ain't nobody fucking with this. This the new doctrine.
New shit. Ah, damn. Goddamn,
this the new doctrine. Can't nobody mess with. Don't say too much. You know, Judah and him. Judah will go get him.
Yo, Alazar, see, brother, we gotta work together against these fucking niggers.
They're Hamites. They're Hamites.
You're just like me, Caucasian.
They're Hamites.
Ah, damn.
They don't believe.
Goddamn niggas.
They don't believe like me and you do. They disrespect the temple. You see? You don't see one video with what's his name? With Alazar talking about that temple. You only see Judah talking about it.
And Judah be like, yeah, Alazar was talking about the temple last night. That nigga was talking about them damn temple, nigga. What you talking about, nigga?
That nigga was talking about hanging out on Temple Terrace somewhere, man. You just heard temple and lost your mind. Nah, bruh. Try again. Make sure we don't say too much. We got to keep it cool. We just want to show this new doctrine that's floating around Israel right now. Okay, y'all? We want to show y'all the new doctrine.
Yeah, this the new one. Here you go. This the new. This the new right here. Yeah, this is the new. That's it, yo. Look at Judah. Look at the 480, yo. How's that Judah, yo? Holy shit.
This is crazy. It's a shame when people come out, man, to try and look. I got to get them dollars. I got to get more people like this The 501c3 government said I got to get more people like this, or they're gonna label me a terrorist organization, domestic terrorist.
Yep. He already on the list. He already on that motherfucker.
You think so?
He is on that website.
Nah, yeah, he was added to the list like 2 years ago.
Yeah, he on that motherfucker.
Whew.
Yep.
How'd y'all find that out?
Website. What is it? What's the name of that shit? What's the name of that organization? The civil. Wait, not civil. The something defamation or some shit. I forgot the name of that damn thing. I forgot the name of the organization. It's right on that site. They're like the head for all like the racist like groups and stuff across the United States. Look at Benjamin. Look at the second dude. Hot damn. He got one in every line. I forgot the name of the organization. He's trying to even it out. Look, with that chick with the big afro for Simeon.
Look. And then here's my thing, man. It's like there's 70 patriarchal nations. But when they include all these other people, it's like, what happened to those nations? It's like you trying to add all these other nations into Israel. It's like, so who's actually Israel? It don't make no sense to me. It's like, man, it's 70 nations. Everybody can't be Israel. Like, take all these people, and then who's left? Who's left to fill out those other 69 nations?
Right. Who's gonna be the servants? Who's gonna be the servants?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's my biggest issue. So if you go like to I can't really see it that good, but just to say like the Afro Mexicans who actually came and had, was involved in the transit, well, not involved, but they were brought over here through the transatlantic slave trade. You can kind of say like, okay, these people 9 times out of 10, they're gonna be part of Israel, you know what I'm saying? But then just to add in those clear Mexicans, it's like, come on, man, they can't be Israel. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't got no coolies on here. You got people out here that look like Edomites, but he ain't got no people that look like the coolies, that look like the Indians.
Yeah.
From Benjamin.
Yeah, and they got that $5 Indian. Look at Gad. They got that $5 Indian.
Yup.
You peeped that out too, huh?
You always gotta
I thought you peeped that out. I think that they're gonna put the $5 Indians up there. Don't put the black Indians up there. Them Hamites.
What about the what's his name? Super Cat. Look at Jamaicans. The Benjamites. They look like Super Cat.
Yep.
Where they at on here? You got the ones that look like the Edomites and stuff, but you ain't got the ones that look like them. Like the Elamites. Where they at? Mad Elamites in the Caribbean. They can't be us? Oh, because they look like Edomites, Elamites, so that can't be us. But you can look like Edomites and stuff and still be down. Hot damn. That's all we had to get you, yo. We had to get you, man. We had to get you on this. Hot damn. Native Argentinians.
I mean, how did he come up with this?
He had to mix it up. He had to mix it up. Look. It's like a Rubik's Cube. It's like a Rubik's Cube.
Aria, who you think?
Like
look at Issachar at the bottom.
Yep.
Man, that's trash.
It's a shame before the Most High. That's what we like to say.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a shame before the Most High.
Ah, damn. So basically, he's saying anybody from these countries. That's basically what he's saying.
Yep, that's what they always say. That's
anybody from these countries. So that's universal right there. Yep. Hot damn. Damn Malazar, man.
Damn.
What else crazy y'all seen today?
What can I bring out something I posted in the chat? I've said before that I have my feet in a few different movements, and one of the movements I'm in, we were slandered today on MSNBC. I don't know, like that was crazy. Like we go by ADOCs, American Descendant of Slaves, and they said that because I don't know if y'all noticed like this uproar about Kamala Harris, and she's getting a lot of backlash from you know what I'm saying. So now they trying to say they seeing. My whole point is they watching, right? Because they seeing the hashtag ADOCs. Like, don't fall for, we fell for Obama, don't fall for this chick. You know what I'm saying? Just because she got melanin and look black, don't fall for her. So on MSNBC, they said that ADOCs is a bot. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically, like, don't pay attention to ADOCs, those are bots. Like, we real people, you know what I'm saying, in this political movement, you know what I'm saying? And that goes back to the whole Hebrew Israelite thing when they had it, you know, blaming them for that incident in Washington. Like, they really watching us. You know what I'm saying? They for real. They really watching us.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It was a trip because you know before they had that black identity crisis thing, or black identity terrorists. Then they've said something about the Hebrew Israelites. Now they coming after ADOCs. You know what I'm saying, to try to discredit our awakening and discredit, like, you know what I'm saying, to try to keep us in a perpetual slave mind state. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the things that happened today that and they're gonna get a real big backlash over this because we've already mobilized and decided what we're gonna do to combat that lie that we are just robots. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that out because you know this political movement that we're involved in, like we're trying to create change on the local level, on the state level, and the federal level, and to create a black agenda. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that was crazy to me because, like I said, the main issue is they watching us. They really watching us.
Mm,
Wow.
interesting. We gotta keep up with the current events like that.
Yeah.
Forget this nigga shit sometimes. That's what we need to be doing for real.
These brothers be waking up watching National Enquirer, reading National
Right.
Enquirer.
That's what we need to be doing.
Yeah.
Like the nigga shit is cool every now and then, but we got to deal with some of this real shit going on too. That's the stuff that's impacting us. You know what I'm saying? Good shit, man. I ain't the MVP no more, y'all. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed of myself.
Man, you the MVP, man.
I'm done. I've been put to shame twice by, excuse me, y'all. I've been put to shame twice by this nigga. I'm done. I'm out. I'm hanging up. I ain't gonna hang out no more. I'm out of here.
You crazy.
I'm gonna go read my New Testament, my renewed covenant. Jesus love me. Nah, Jesus love me. You can't tell me nothing.
Yup. Yeah, man. Wow. So the ADOCs, like, where did that come from? Like, that's just something that they just came up with just now?
Well, nah, that's been like our mantra. Like you might see it in hashtags, ADOCs, ADOC, ADOS, American Descendants of Slaves. You know what I'm saying? Because we claiming that that's our lineage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like people try to throw away slavery. You know how they teach it in the schools no more. But you know, the way I look at it, you go into Isaiah 60, and that's talking about our reparations. But we need to take hold of that lineage and not be ashamed that because we built this country. You know what I'm saying? No doubt about it. We built this country. It wasn't the Europeans. It wasn't the Native Americans. We built it. Our ancestors built it, and we can't give away that lineage and that legacy for naught. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna have to pay twofold. It's twofold. They're gonna have to pay. They're gonna have to pay with money, or like it says in the scriptures, with those precious jewels. Yeah. And the second reparations is blood reparations. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to pay with their blood too. Yeah, they're gonna have to pay with their blood too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, ADOCs is something that the movement kind of came up with to because you know it. Because see, one thing that's going on, and I don't want to try to make this too long, but a lot of the immigrants, like say from Africa or the Caribbean, they're coming here, and because we have that affirmative action thing, they're filling out certain things under African American. So if you look at like Yale and the Ivy League schools, those immigrants are filling those African American slots more than the African Americans that are actually descended from this land. So they're taking our suffering, our pain, what we fought for, and they're profiting off of it, not us. You see what I'm saying? So that's why we came up with that ADOX. You know what I'm saying? We are American descendants of slaves, and there are Hebrew Israelites in this. And like I said, on the Old Testament side and the New Testament side. So we're trying to influence them also to look at it from a scriptural standpoint also, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's the main issue, is like our lineage, we have a claim here, and we can't give up that claim for the American dream, and we can't give it up to nobody else. Not to say that we can't be allies with those Caribbeans to say, hey, these are your issues that you got to deal with in the Caribbean. What do you need from us? You know what I'm saying? These are your issues on the continent. What do we need? What do y'all need from us? But this is our issue here. Y'all gotta, you know what I'm saying? This is what we need from y'all in order for us to be put up a unified front against white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? Not only just for Israel, but for all those melanated nations that, you know what I'm saying, white supremacy wishes to, you know what I'm saying, put their hands around their necks and breathe us and choke us and take all our resources. You know what I'm saying? And use our bodies as resources and all that. So yeah, that's just something I wanted to bring up.
Interesting. Anybody else got a take on that? What you said?
Y'all got to be careful with that too. I'm in agreement with Yum, because what ends up happening is they'll see, okay, they putting this white girl on here as Judah. They got this white girl on here as Benjamin. They got that white girl on there as Levi and Simon. He got white people all up and down there, right? Okay, and they'll say, okay, give them reparations. Fuck you niggas.
Yeah.
Those would be the ones that's counted for.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? How like just like how most black people don't vote, and they off the radar, like totally off the radar.
And then you turn around and start begging them for stuff, and they be looking at you like, nah.
Like we gave, nigga.
Giving you nothing. You see what I'm saying? What I gotta give you something for? Go fight for it. While you was fighting for us, go fight for it.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Wow. Yeah, they're gonna like. That's what they're gonna do. Just like you see now with the Indians, like taking stuff, like, and they're not Indians, like they somebody else, and they get bad bread.
Yeah, man.
Like you look at those people that own the casinos, like they don't look like no Indians. You know what I mean? They don't look nothing like no Indians I ever seen.
Exactly.
And then they had the black Indians down here. They had like a tribe that was actually like black, and like they didn't get nowhere. They didn't get nowhere. They were just like, yo, go ahead with that shit. Yup. They let them make noise, but they ain't do nothing. But those other Indians, they got a big old casino. A big old casino, getting that bread.
And we ain't gonna get none neither.
Well, I think, you know, once the creator intervenes, you know what I'm saying? Once he intervenes, like he said, his day is gonna be as hot, like I think it's 7 days. So you think about the sun radiating 7 times hot, you know, it's kind of like logical that only a melanated people will be able to survive that in some way. You know what I'm saying? Just like how it says they're gonna go into their caves for retreat. They're gonna retreat into their caves. You know what I'm saying? It's obvious who that is. You know what I'm saying? They came from the caves. They're gonna go back to the caves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Get your ass back on up in that cave where you belong.
Like the what is that in Job? It said those that dwelleth in the clefts of the rock.
Where y'all come from? Everywhere they go, they become the dominant species.
Okay.
I'd be out like, don't y'all see what's going on here?
Mm-hmm. But like on the other end, we do need to start being more responsible for our, like, you know what I mean? Because it's like, say for example, like SOT, not like getting at them or nothing. He does a lot of good videos. Shout out to those dudes. on the gentrification or whatever of Brooklyn. I believe it's
Gentrification of Brooklyn? Yeah.
And he showed the other day like how these Chinese people, they own this store, right? And then the Jewish people, they wanted to get the store. They wanted to get the whole building, like, or whatever. So I guess they brought the building next to the Chinese people place. And then mysteriously, this building that's been there for years and years and years and years and years, like forever, all of a sudden it catches on fire. But the way the firemen put out the fire, it makes the building collapse. So it makes the property available. Like, you know what I mean? And so they doing grimy stuff like that to take property. You know what I mean? They buying like a little section or something and making it catch on fire or whatever. Then boom, like now it's for sale. You know what I mean? And they're just like getting all the stuff. But hey, these black people have been sitting there for what? 40, 50 years or more? And all that money been going through there? Just like you got any...
We don't know how to own.
Yeah.
We only know how to buy. That's, you know, my dad used to tell me that. He said, all we know how to do is buy. You know what I'm saying? He said, we haven't learned how to own. And he said, that's natural after slavery. He said, because you really think about it, we ain't been too long up out of slavery. You know what I'm saying? He always say that. He said, that wasn't that long ago. He said, so when we began to repair ourselves after slavery, he said, you know, he said it was amazing that we did it that fast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He said in the 30s and in the 20s, he said that was amazing that we were able to do it that fast.
Yep.
He said, but generally it takes some 200, 300 years for people to come up out of slavery. You see what I'm saying? And he told me flat out
that we had, what was it? Not jurisdiction. We had like people preferred us working than immigrants that were coming. Say like the Italians or like the Irish and stuff that are coming to America. They couldn't find jobs because we had them all. We were still laborers. They came here with no skills. So like we the ones that worked in the machine shops, the factories and stuff, the architect, like architectural stuff and all that stuff. Like we the ones that knew that stuff.
And then to add on what Chris was saying is like we came up quick, and then check what the white man did. He came in and burnt down all these cities that and our communities that we had built up that were making major money, and they came and burnt it down, killed us, you know what I'm saying, did all that type of stuff to us. That was trauma. You know what I'm saying? We just got out of the trauma of slavery. Now we're going through the trauma of Jim Crow, of redlining. Now we're in the trauma of mass incarceration. You know what I'm saying? Just like, you know, how Josh talked about that psychological thing. And how he talks about in the scriptures, you know, he's going to hit us with madness. You know what I'm saying? We're dealing with a lot of trauma. You know what I'm saying?
That ain't really been properly healed. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Even when we was released from slavery, you were still dealing with Jim Crow. You were still dealing with lynchings, then civil rights. You see what I'm saying? So we've never really been able to heal properly after any of these conditions. So when they say, oh, pick yourself up and do it again, well, where's the money? Where's the reparations? See, reparations what it means is to repair what you destroyed.
And it was ill about it. The slave masters in the Caribbean, I know, and probably I'm pretty sure in the United States also, but it definitely happened in the Caribbean. Like Jamaica, it definitely happened in Haiti, where the Haitians talking about, oh, they took over, they won the war and all this stuff. Nah. Nah, it didn't happen that way. They actually owed the French for the country. It was a what do you call it? Like it was like a deal. So all those plantation owners in Haiti and when slavery was abolished in Jamaica, those plantation owners got money from the government. They were paid money from the government for their slaves that they had to give up. So they got paid, where the slaves didn't get nothing. Like they just got out. And it's funny what Chris had said too about what his father was saying, like how like we bounced back and stuff. They were saying one of the slaves' first like reality checks was things aren't free anymore. Like when you were on a plantation, He took care of you. Like if you got sick, he fed you. He gave you clothes. Like, you know what I mean? Housing, all that stuff. When we was let free, we ain't had none of that. So, like, when they were saying how there was some slave, there was a certain slave, but I imagine like a whole bunch of them did the same thing. They got let go. They end up going back and being like, yo, let me borrow some money because my 3 kids or whatever got to see a doctor.
And they had to go right back on that plantation, back into the same conditions of which they left from.
And there came sharecropping.
Yeah, the sharecropper. That's why I was trying to think of that name. Yeah, sharecropper.
Yeah, you had
Man,
land.
I wonder why they didn't pull themselves up by their bootstraps.
They didn't have no boots.
That's what the other side always says. They're like, "Oh man, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, man."
And what's ill about this too, my boy, I don't know, I doubt if he still got the recording, but he got a recording from an old dude about 20 years ago where he was saying how slavery still existed all the way into like the late 1900s. Know what I mean? And he was saying how like, and I know another old man, he knew about it too, that say like states like Maryland, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, like lower New York and stuff like that, they would have plantations for say tobacco or whatever vegetables like beans or cotton or whatever they were growing. And they would have like it was like a network, like how you would have in temp agencies today. It was basically like a temp agency for back then. But they would take you from, say, South Carolina to Maryland or New Jersey, and you would do the work on the fields and stuff. They would give you a place to stay, but you had to pay for those places to stay. Know what I mean? In the stores or the plantation would have a store, and you would go to the store to buy whatever you need, your toiletries or whatever you need, right? But the prices would be like double outside of that area. You know what I mean? So it was like sharecropping too, where we had the crops, and then when we go to the market to sell the crops, to pay back the man for letting us borrow the materials and the seeds and stuff to grow the stuff, they would make the price low, so you would never get ahead. So say like you get $10 a bushel. Everybody know you're supposed to get $10 a bushel, but all of a sudden when it's time to harvest, the market goes down. Now it's $5 a bushel you get. So you're just breaking even every year, and then you have to borrow from dude again. So that was the thing. You was borrowing from the white dude or whatever, the white man, and then you were doing your farming and stuff and sell it to pay him back to have your little bit of money. And I guess during the time of the harvest of like planting and all that stuff, you're getting other stuff from him, borrowing other stuff, food or whatever, like grain, whatever you need. Like, and he would just write it all down. And when you go to, I was telling Chris the other day how summer vacation, white kids didn't have summer vacation back then. Summer vacation was for black kids because they had to work on the farms.
I did not know that.
Yeah. White kids went to school year round in the South. They went to school year round.
Yeah, that's a good documentary that people can check out on YouTube. It's called Slavery by Another Name.
Slavery by Another Name. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an excellent documentary.
And like you get these so-called Israelites or whatever they are now saying that we're Hamites and all this stuff, and they talking about, oh, where are all these prophecies and like, you know what I'm saying, all these curses and stuff that's supposed to happen and stuff. Why has it happened up?
That's just a slap in the face.
And during Jim Crow, why was Latinos was considered Caucasian? They went into the white side. They didn't go into the black side. They was in restaurants and stuff like that. It was okay for them to go in there. Mexicans, any kind of Hispanic.
Well,
only Negroes that wasn't allowed to go.
Well, I've heard this said a long time, even before I got into the truth, or you know, I increased my learning on the scriptures and stuff. I've heard them people say everybody wants to be black, but nobody wants to be black.
Everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga.
That's right. They want to get the good, positive attributes, the good qualities, then disregard the rest.
And in the so-called Northern Kingdom, they good for that. You work on a job, and you got all niggas, and you might have two Hispanic dudes on the job. Let that white supervisor come around.
Yo, the Hispanic. Well, I work with a bunch of Hispanics, man, and they be in there drunk. You know what I'm saying? And even like the owners will come in and won't say nothing about it, but then they looking at me like Negro, why you listening to your headphones? like, don't you see these dudes in here drunk? But you looking at me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is what it is, though. It is.
And I think what they were saying, like by 2028, the census in 2028, I believe that they're gonna allow the Hispanics to classify themselves as white.
Nah, they already do. They've been there.
They already doing that now.
Nah,
okay.
they did that a long time ago.
Oh, okay, all right.
So now we're looking at we back to a caste system.
yeah, it's a caste system, definitely. Go ahead, Lamar.
I was gonna say, but they'll be quick to be like, yeah, give me that fade haircut. I'm an Israelite.
Or give me that fade haircut. I'm still in culture.
Oh, what that video I posted that's on Facebook that I'm popping for Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I was like, wow.
Somebody with that red shirt, on.
Yeah,
sucker.
He's straight northern.
This is something that's written. It's called Beyond Rhetoric by Harry C. Alford. He is a what's this? He is Mr. Alford is co-founder and president and CEO of the National Black Chamber of Commerce. All right. This is what he says here. Just what is Hispanic? It is reveal term, or say it's a term cultivated from the Civil Rights Act in 1964. Prior to that, Mexican Americans demanded to be listed as Caucasian on government applications, etc. When affirmative action started to kick in and protected classes began to be formulated, their leadership abandoned the claim as Caucasian and deemed distinction as a protected class also. Thus, the term minority started to include Mexican Americans and others who no longer saw the advantage of being separated from blacks and Asians.
Could you repeat that last sentence again?
Thus, the broad term minority started to include Mexican Americans and others who no longer saw the advantage in being separated from blacks and Asians.
Wow.
Eventually, the term Hispanic began to be included among minority ethnicities. So they wasn't even considered niggas. It says until the affirmative action started to kick in and the protected classes began to formulate their leadership abandoned claim as Caucasian. Say prior to the Act of 64, Mexican Americans demanded to be listed as Caucasian on government applications. They demanded.
Wow.
See,
and then when it's convenient, now it's time to be listed as Israelite.
Exactly.
Listen,
I don't think it, and listen with them. I don't think it's about Israelite because that's a small subculture. That's a small subculture. You got to get your mind. Let's get our minds out of that and look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is they're going to be claiming rights that are rightfully supposed to be given to us.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? That's what that's about.
God.
They could care less about being an Israelite. You understand what I'm saying? What we have to be worried about is why are they being given laws and advantages that belong to us that we should be getting? And they haven't been in this country no more than 2 or 3 years.
Yeah,
I'm
you see
sorry,
what
I
it is.
said 2 or 3 years, excuse me, some 75 years. They haven't been here that long. We were brought over here and put in bondage. And they're
And I,
giving them rights.
Yep.
I think that lady that just became like a mayor of New York or something, or got a Congress seat in New York, I can't remember. I think her last name is Ortiz, I believe. But she's calling for reparations for blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics. I was like, is she part of IUIC or is she One West? Because it was like the way she said it. But then just like, you know what I'm saying, like what claim do they have? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because their claim is completely different. And a lot of those, like, I mean, they fooling themselves if they thinking that, or black people are fooling themselves if they think that Native Americans didn't own slaves and wasn't part of the
Yeah.
slave, you know what I'm saying, business, as well as those South Americans. They were part, and just like Chris is saying, it's a caste system, and we're on the bottom. You can't, y'all can try to like not agree with that, people, but we are on the bottom of this caste system. You know what I'm saying? According to white supremacy, a black man can never be more than a white woman. You know what I'm saying? I read that, and I got the book Anatomy of Racism, and that author clearly spelled that out. According to racism, a black man cannot advance as far as a white woman. Just like what I posted in the chat, the 2,200 billionaires in America, there's only 2 African Americans on that list. I mean, that's crazy to me. 2,200 billionaires and only 2 of them
In every
are African.
appliance, mechanical thing we built probably. I'm just guessing, but I know it's probably close to 90% of the American inventions. 80% probably of them we did.
Now I want to read something to y'all right quick. And this is I have a book. I'm not gonna give away my source, and I'm gonna show y'all that it's some bullshit. What they saying right off rip. Pay attention to this. You have to pay attention to the words. All right, and this is on the Taino Indians, and it says right here. When Puerto Rico was discovered, it was inhabited by the Taino and Caribbean Indian tribes. That's two different groups of people right there. That should be the first thing. The Tainos were a peaceful people, but the Caribbeans were warlike cannibals who originally came from the jungles of South America.
Oh shit.
Ding, 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 ding. The
Oh,
Tainos were short and muscular with straight black hair and copper-colored skin. The men wore loincloths and married women wore a nagu, which is like a skirt. They painted their bodies with designs and bright colors. The paints were made from plants and soils. They wore necklaces and bracelets made from seashells, clay stones, gold, and animal teeth. They lived in small, sound like Africans to me. I'm done right there. But notice, they say savages, cannibals, and warlike.
hot damn.
Now
Wow.
I want to continue to read because it was not them. Okay, they come from Christopher Columbus line. I'm trying to tell you. Watch this. The Tainos slept and rested on cotton nets from the ceiling called hamacas, which today are called hammocks. The Tainos lived in different tribes. Each tribe had its own chief, had its own chief. The man who ruled over all the tribes was the supreme chief. Sound familiar? In the village, each tribe had men who carved stones and wood in the shapes of men, women, animals, birds, flowers, and geometric shapes. I think that was Judah carving everything in geometric shapes. That was his family right there doing that. Anyway, these objects were called semis. They had faces carved on them and sometimes were decorated with gold. The Tainos believed that the semis were gods, able to help crops grow and protect them from evil. There was also a priest called the Buhiti in the village. I want to know what that word is. I want to know the origin of that word.
Yeah,
Let
you
me
gotta
look that up so I can keep on reading. Y'all keep going. I'm gonna come back and finish reading this up in a minute because that don't sound like a Spanish word to me.
I want to. Okay, I'll read something real quick while you look that up. Here. It says basically Hispanic is in no way a race of people. It is a conglomerate of cultures who share a bond via speaking Spanish or Portuguese. It is a combination of Caucasian, Black, and Native American, plus a little Asian in places like Brazil. Peru, where there are 4 million Japanese Brazilians. Peru and other Latin American places. Also included are direct descendants of Spain and Portugal, many of whose ancestors sponsored and profited from the slave trade business in slave-operated plantations. Imagine hears of slave traders and slave owners being automatically allowed to participate in affirmative action programs like they suffered from slavery and Jim Crow effects. The fact is that they prospered from it.
Now, I wish I can. I'm pulling up the images here, and it's showing all the gods of these Taino people. And you know, the first thing I see, African gods.
Oh, I was looking up some stuff earlier on pre-Columbian, like artifacts.
Yeah.
And every one of them in the description calls it an African art.
Thank you. Stop playing. Y'all weren't there, and they didn't look like y'all. They looked like me, Killer, Lamar, and Yum, flat out. Stop playing. Y'all came over there off them boats with Christopher Columbus with y'all straggly hair, infecting everybody with y'all diseases. And when y'all saw them women walking around looking like Bria Miles, y'all laughed, y'all lost y'all damn minds and didn't know what to do.
Like we had talked before, Chris, like when all the continents was like connected, like Pangea. Like I believe that's how those Africans. That's my belief that's how those Africans migrated. You know what I'm saying, to that.
And that's a fair assessment because deep down we don't know. We don't know what the landmass was like in antiquity. You see what I'm saying? We really don't know. We know there's been earthquakes, continental shifting. There's been floods. There's been many what we would call catastrophic events that have taken place. You see what I'm saying? We don't know.
And
you know, there's been an ice age, a bronze age.
My Isha always talks about how the Amazon, when you put the continents together, oh man, I think it's the Amazon and the Congo River, like they would actually connect to become one river. She talks about that all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to her, that's like prime evidence that how it had to be together at one point. Now, I'm not saying like that, you know, I think of the Egyptians talk a lot about sailing to South America, which I believe that too, you know what I'm saying? But I think a lot of those Aboriginals got there through the connection of Pangea. But that's why I like you said, like we're saying, like those Aboriginals had to be African. You know what I'm saying? They had to be from the line of Ham. You know what I'm saying? And these people who are claiming who are Hispanics, they are not from Ham. They're from Japhet. They're from the north. You know, so they're the people of the north, the worst of the heathens. You know what I'm saying?
They some heathens. They came over here with Christopher Columbus, and they saw women running around looking like Bria Miles, dancing and praising God and enjoying nature like they always did, like we always did, and they didn't understand it. And they said, you know what? Let's Christianize them. Let's rape them and let's enslave them. They kill all the men. That's what they do. Even the Bible alludes to it when Moses say, kill all the men and women who have not been with men. It's in the book. Okay? If we take over your land, we gonna get your girl. We taking your girl from you. That's the bottom line. If you see a king somewhere, wherever you see a king, this is history 101. Whenever you see a king, that means it was some conquering going on.
Yep. For sure.
And I ain't here to argue with nobody about that. David didn't go in there peacefully. Joshua didn't go in there peacefully.
Oh.
Stop playing.
Yep. That's how it go. Got these damn
No.
artifacts. And none of them got no damn chachis on it. And they all saying African art. Primary classification, African artwork. Yeah.
And then the minute you sit up there and get show them that, guess what? But see, we what about the cattle? You a Hamite. You can't even talk now. You can't even talk intelligently now.
Yup. I got something for that. I got something for that shit right now. Get these niggas. All right, y'all see it? I know I was sharing my screen the whole time.
Okay, we can see it.
All right. What did I say? Wait, hold on. Shit. Oh. All right. You see it good? What's the definition of cattle right there?
Domesticated quadrupeds. Oh, it went small. I can't see it now.
Yeah, quadrupeds held as property or raised for use, specifically bovine animals on a farm or ranch. It says cattle, a large rudiment animal with horns, cloven foot, domesticated for meat and milk, or as a beast of burden. Buffalo was not a beast of burden.
That's right.
Similar animals of a group related to domestic cattle, including yak, bison, and buffalo. Right? Understanding the nature of buffalo. Buffalo are wild animals. There is not a tame or domesticated hair on their head. You can gain their trust and friendship, but you have not really changed their basic nature. They will always be wild. This free and independent nature is a strong part of the appeal buffalo have to us. There is only one way to make a buffalo do anything. That is for it to make him want to do it. So buffaloes weren't domesticated. And these buffaloes that they're talking about back here, these aren't this buffalo. It's like the water buffalo. That's in Africa. It's like a cow. It looks the same. It looks like a more like a yak. That's what it looks like. But we weren't domesticating those animals back then. And their second thing they said was llamas. Llamas aren't cattle. Llamas are considered camelids, which they come from the family of camels. So llamas appear to have originated from central plains of North America before 40 million years ago, whatever on that. They migrated to South America about 3 million years ago during the Great American Interchange. By the end of the last ice age, 10,000 to 12,000 years ago, camelids were extinct in North America. But this is his thing. He was getting on the, this is one of the chachis. He was talking about the locusts.
Hey, chachi, huh?
And there are many locust plagues that existed in West Africa. And there was also locust plagues that plagued the sharecroppers, like we were talking before, after the Civil War. And when a lot of slaves started to move out west, like Oklahoma and places like that, there was a locust that they said it was a locust swarm. They said it was like the size of Colorado that swept over the West Coast and consumed everything. Like all the animals died because they ate all the vegetation except this one grass that they ate, but they ate everything else.
Is that a Negro?
No, that's Sachachi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he looked mad crazy in that picture. He got
Oh,
something over his head. That's Sachachi. That's funny. But yeah, I wanted to read the civil rights thing here. Many of the non-blacks and I know that, but okay. Hold on. Another oddity is the Spanish is spoken and written in only certain parts of Spain. Wait, no, that's not what I wanted to get to.
I've done my best, but I guess my best wasn't good enough.
Wait for this thing.
Oh, my bad. I thought I was on my bad, mute.
Hey, can I say this real quick while you looking for that, or while you pulling that up? Like when you look at the language, the indigenous language, it is not in any way related to the Ibri language. I had the screenshot. I must have deleted it, but they're from two totally different family trees. So just because they keep saying like, and I think a lot of these are hoaxes when you see like Hebrew written on some rocks or whatever. I don't think all of them. I think some of them are hoaxes, but the language that they spoke is in no way connected to Ibri.
Yeah, this last thing I wanted to get into is during the Jim Crow days of the South in various northern venues like India, Ohio, downstate Illinois, etc., separate facilities for whites and colored, aka blacks or Negroes, people such as Mexican Americans and other Latino ethnicities walk through the white doors. They were not reduced to the inferior facilities we blacks had.
You know, my dad, my great uncle, he was a Tuskegee Airman.
Oh, wow.
And he was light skinned, just like I am. And he could pass for a white boy, right? So one day they wanted something to eat. True story. And he said they used him to get something to eat. And then when they was done, they beat him up real bad. And he said, what y'all beat? When he was done, he was like, what was that all about? He said, you acted like a white boy a little bit too good.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, so that's on that. And let's get into this number 9 thing here. We're going to start at. A lot of people are not understanding that. Right, where is it? F the serpent. All right. Okay, let me share my screen here. How's the chat doing?
Same as always.
Before I continue on, who's the
same as always. A couple of trolls, nothing big.
They talking about Campbell soup. All right, shout out to everybody in the chat, Brother Joel. Table of Kings, got Basil, of course. Yeah, Willie Grit up in there. A lovely moderator, Amber. Big up to her for holding the chat down. Thank you, Amber. Okay, share the screen here. All right.
Just once. Y'all know James Ingram died. I'm still shook on that.
He died today?
No, he died Friday, I think.
Oh, Friday.
No, Thursday. He died on Thursday.
All right. Says here the number for this path is 9. This was taken from a site that was talking about Toph numerology and all types of other crazy stuff. But a lot of people are saying that the Hebrew that this because, well, how can I put it the right way? They're thinking that Hebrew language, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to say that the Hebrew language is witchcraft. That's not what we're saying at all. What we're saying is that people use this language for other reasons, other than the way we use it with the Torah and stuff. For one thing, I was talking with a brother earlier. I was saying how it would even make sense for these occult societies or whatever to use our language, knowing that it's if it's not one of the original languages of the earth. So to call on whatever these gods or deities that these heathens or other nations and stuff are calling on and stuff, that language probably resonates more as into to do whatever they're trying to accomplish through their art or whatever. A lot of this stuff is based on Aleister Crowley's teachings also. Take a drink.
Can I just add, I would think also that a lot of those ancient languages also, like even like the Egyptian language, because you remember, you know what I'm saying, Moses and Aaron, they could do their miracles, and then the Egyptians could do them too. So I think a lot of those ancient languages had power.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yep.
Sort of like when they was both casting their rods to the ground.
Cain.
Now, I don't believe that the rod itself turned into a snake. I know in antiquity, when I read on antiquity, that a snake represents wisdom. And in antiquity, so, you know, that could have been them, you know, matching each other word for word or telling each other the ancient mysteries of their gods. I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think they just literally transformed into a snake. No, I don't believe that. You know what I'm saying?
And who knows? Shit, niggas might have been on something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, eating the wrong nuts from the trees.
Shit. And the Hebrew letter for this is Teth, meaning snake. A lot of people are saying Teth means salvation. You can relate it to salvation. Teth also means new life. And we're going to find out where that ties into with Judah Nazareth's shield. And we're going to see where it ties into the his other charm that he wears around his neck, the Ouroboros. So
and let me let everybody know this also when we talk about that representing new life. A snake represents new life because it sheds its skin. So the ancients saw a snake as being reborn through the shedding of its skin. That's how they viewed it when they would see it shed its skin.
Okay.
Yeah, that was it. I never even thought of that. That's heavy right there. Wow. Yeah, thanks for that. Definitely.
Oh, no doubt.
It says, just as Philmus, as daughter of sky, the male, and the earth, the female, embodies all the energies of our world. So 9 includes all the energies of the previous past, right? That's going into some like Kabbalah type stuff, Judah Nazareth stuff. But where it says male and female, right? I just keep it 100, right? The male and female is also like the shield. You have the triangle pointing down and the triangle pointing upward, the male and female coming together. And that's why the 9 is in the center. And it's funny, in my old avatar that I use, I made the number 9 purple. And that's a strong, I dug it up. I don't think I got a slide on that. But the color purple is heavily used in witchcraft. And you know, red and blue makes purple. So you have the blue, the arrow pointing down, which is water. And then you have the arrow or the triangle pointing up. That's red, which is fire. So they're coming, the feminine and the masculine coming together. And blending, you have the 9. I made, not even really knowing, I made the 9 purple on the avatar. Where it goes in here, we talk about the 9 paths, 1 through 9, makes 45, 4 plus 5 is 9, and all that stuff. And there's a number
you
which...
want me to go get that book? You want me to go get that book I got where I was reading from the other night?
Yep.
All right, cool. Let me go downstairs and get it. I got many books. Books on books.
Yeah, and viewers, like, try to get your hand on some books. A lot of books and stuff, you even have to pay for them. You can find the PDFs. All you gotta do is put in Google the name of the book and PDF after it. It's a good chance you'll run into it, especially a lot of reference type books like dictionaries and stuff like that. You could find. Yeah, there's tons of books out there like the lexicons and stuff. Most of those you can find for free in the PDF format. So that's a little tip and stuff I got for you guys to ever do some more research and get some more materials. It says in a number which is said always to return to itself. Of course, like it always comes to 9. It is the number of the goddess, the number of the orgastic moon priestesses who devoured the Dionysian bull.
That Nicene
bull. And the number of the muses who are responsible for all imaginative arts and whose mysteries of divine harmony, inspiration, and spiritual rebirth, which were the foundation of the Orphic teachings of Pythagoras.
Didn't I bring that up the other day? Go look at that lesson.
Yep, go look at that lesson. The MVP told y'all what it was. The teachings of Pythagoras and of, Mr. Harris mentioned this group again, the Eleusinians. Did I pronounce that correct, Chris?
Elysian, yeah.
Elysians. Mysteries associated with the Dionysus and Ikus.
We don't know what half these old words say, y'all. We're just giving y'all the information as we get it. Go ahead.
Look them up. And then, come back to us and stuff, leave comments and stuff like that. We build on it. We talk about it on the next show. As you have here, you have the Ouroboros, which is the snake going around here. I showed this before to you people. This is Judah Nazar's logo right here. So you got the shield, but it has Ta in the center, right? And you notice there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of these Ta's. And Ta means 9. So if you net up 4 9s, you're going to get 36. The 3 plus 6 is 9. And look, in the center, you got a square, a cube, with 4 9s, 4 toss. Same thing. It's going to sum as 9. Here you have again on the outside 4 pentagrams with the taut in the center. Also is summing up to 9. So you got 3 9. And we know how Luciferian Satanists work backwards, which is actually 666. Ta, symbol meaning. For example, this symbol was shown to represent the crucifix in many European and Western religious traditions. It was also thought to symbolize a phallus in ancient Egypt and also believed to be a marker for holy waters. Thoth was said to have symbolized the 4 elements with the simple cross. Now, you go to that Thoth symbol, the Teth in Hebrew, and the
Can you spell that for me, please?
What?
That word talks. Is that T-A-W-T?
T-H-O-T-H. And Thoth.
Oh, okay, so his actual name was not Thoth. That is actually Greek. It was Tahuti.
Right. It's Tahuti, but in the Greek, they named it Thoth. Right.
Correct.
Yep. glad you pointed that out so people get
Sweet.
understanding. Yep. To have symbolized the 4 elements with a simple cross, which originated from the oldest Phoenician alphabet as the curling serpent. Now, let's see if where I got it, where I put it. Damn it, I ain't put it in here. God dang it. Hold on, I gotta go get it. Shit.
Hey, y'all smash that like button.
Yup.
Next week we giving out witch finder classes, how to hunt a witch.
Yup.
How to hunt them effectively.
Yup. Y'all better pay attention.
Oh, before you continue, are you gonna bring out information on where they get the Hamite doctrine from?
The Hamite, where they get the Hamite doctrine?
Yeah,
that is a One West colloquialism because the word Hamite is nowhere in the scriptures at all. It is called children of Ham. So what they started doing to make black people hate Africa, they use that term Hamites. That it's an insult.
I wanted to bring something out along with Killa because you said that you were going to bring something out.
Yeah. The stuff that he read yesterday, the book that was getting out of the cube.
And when you bring that up, I want to add to that. But continue your slide, please.
Hey, Killa, I got all of those concordance numbers lined up. Whenever you want me to bring that out.
All I need is that one screenshot.
Oh, from the Jacinius?
Yeah, the Jacinius. And if you could pull those 2 images that I put in there with the Teth in different languages and with the hieroglyphic, you know what I'm talking? I put it in the chat. It's in the chat. It's like, and there's another slide that I put right under there, another image that I put right under there. I need those.
Yeah, so when y'all see people, anybody that's paying attention, when you see people running around calling people Hamites and stuff like that, slap the shit out of them because that's a code word for nigga.
Yes, and I want to bring some out that will make you want to slap the shit out of them. But keep going.
Because the word is actually, let me just drop that now. The word comes from the word come, which means dark or beautiful. That's where it comes from.
Yep.
So, Killa, you need me to send it to you?
I don't want to interrupt your slide, but do you mind if I bring this out, or you want me to wait?
What was it on?
The Hamite doctrine, or that when people
get the Hamite doctrine over.
Okay, you want me to bring it out now?
Yeah, go ahead, bring it out now while Yem sends me the images.
Okay. Can everybody see my screen?
Wait, I gotta take mine down.
Okay.
All right.
Who is that?
I can see it.
Hitler.
Could y'all see that? That's Adolf Hitler. All right, he used to put out propaganda videos, okay? And I'm going to read a little bit of an excerpt. It says, in one segment of a Nazi instructional film, which was a propaganda film, the genetic heritage of the Jew is purportedly traced as Oriental, Negro, Near Asian, and Hamitic peoples. Now, over here, he's in this propaganda film, he named one person an Orientan, right? And then over here, it was a Negro or Niger, which is in German. And then the other one is, let me see, Hamite, right here. So that's where this comes from, and I'm sure it comes from other sources. But again, we see that it's somebody here, okay, pushing the same damn doctrine. So yeah, you're gonna want to slap the shit out of them, and after you slap the shit out of them, ask them if they want to. They want to get a swastika tattoo on their forehead.
Like on
Anyway,
the movie Inglorious Bastards.
oh yeah,
Yeah, that came on tonight. I was watching that, looking at them punk ass Goebbels films. I learned about that back in college. Thought I was learning something. Anyway, excuse me, y'all.
so think about that when somebody uses the term Hamite.
Yep.
Go ahead, Ak. You may
Is
continue your
that bull
lesson.
finna go one-on-one with that dog? Because that dog don't stand a chance against that bull.
All right. Okay. Now, boom. Slide here. Drag this here real quick. All right. Put you one sec. All right. Got that there. Boom. Got one more. I got to slide in. Goddamn, fucked up. All right. All right. Okay. All right. I can get away with that. Okay. You can see my screen?
Yeah, but it's like one is on top of the other.
Oh, yeah. I know. Okay. Go back to this. All right. Back to Thoth, right? It says Thoth was symbolized in 4 eras as a simple cross, which originates from the old Phoenician alphabet as a curling serpent. Indeed, Philo added that the Phoenician alphabet are those formed by means of serpents and adore them as the supreme gods and rulers of the universe. Thus bring to mind the god Thoth, who again is related to the worship of serpents who created the alphabet. Like Chris Harris said, it was Tahuti was the actual real name. The rulers of the universe are indeed the planets and stars. Brunson in the 19th century thought the forms and movement of serpents were employed in the invention of the oldest letters, where it represents gods. This symbol of the 4 elements were altered slightly and became the Egyptian Taw, the Greek Taw, and which and where we get the name Taw cross or the simple T. I want to show you this for a second here. The Teth symbol, which is the 9th letter of the Hebrew alphabet, which represents new life and serpent. This is the symbol. You saw how I was talking about the cross, representing the 4 elements right here. And here is the Egyptian hieroglyphic form of it. You see, it's in the shape of a snake. Hieratic or priestly Egyptian. See? Once again, shaped like a snake. The Phoenician alphabet, same thing. The Syrian, Syro-Hebraic, and this is like the modern right here, which is the shape of a serpent striking. The T or tall cross has been a symbol of eternal life in many cultures and given its name to the bull of the astrological sign of Taurus. Note here the 2 elements of the tall and the ru being brought together. That's that male and the female coming together. Like I talk about the stars coming together with the 9 in the center. In fact, the Druids or adders after the snake, like what was the scripture said? Like Dan, it's like an adder in the way. Venerated the tree and the snake by scrawling the tall cross into the tree bark. In the Middle Ages, the tall cross was used in amulets to protect the wearer against disease. Amongst modern Freemasons, the tall has many meanings. Some say that it stands for the Templars, Hero Solima, or the Temple of Jerusalem. Others that it signifies hidden treasures or means clavis ad thesaurus, a key to treasure. The Thika ubi res pretosia, a place where the precious things are concealed. It is especially important in the rural arch masonry, where it became the companion, the companion's jewel, with a serpent as a circle above the crossbar. And we have here where it says primitive Semitic, forming the Ankh. Forming the Ankh with the Hebrew word for serpent engraved in the upright, and also including the triple taw, a symbol of hidden treasure and significantly made up of 8 right angles. So they talk about also the Ankh is the same symbol. It's that T with the circle above it. They both means like a regenerative or a new life. Like if you go back and look at my occult lecture I did with you and Nazareth's chains, I show you where the Ankh is in place of the, we're going to go back to it. Like you have the tall here, meaning the same thing. The 9 will mean the same thing. The Teth symbol will mean the same exact thing. They both will mean, they all will mean new life. So that's just showing, like they use the Ankh. If you go back into it, you'll see basically the same grimoire right here, with the snake eating his tail going around the shield with an Ankh in the symbol in the center. If I could pull that slide up, I'll pull it up in a sec. Okay, I read that. Okay, here is from the Genesis,
Jusinius
lexicon. Tet, the 9th letter of the alphabet, as a numeral 9. Whence 9 plus 6 is written instead of the well, actually that's twa. That's how you pronounce it. Tau. Okay. Tau is written instead Yah, which is 15. So you would write Yahoo that way instead of writing it this way. The name of this letter is uncertain. It is commonly explained to mean a serpent. And also in Arabic, it means serpent also. And look at the Arabic writing here. I don't know if everybody can see that. But it looks like a snake striking, about to strike. And they also said that the Tef I read also is supposed to be like a snake coming out of a basket. Means serpent, to which it has a resemblance and figure to the several phonetic Semitic alphabets.
Can I add something about the snake and why it was looked at as one of the wisest creatures in antiquity right quick? Do you mind?
Go ahead, bro.
A snake has an ever-changing form. The snake can resurrect itself through the shedding of its skin. In numerology, the snake can become a 1. The snake can become a 3. The snake can become a 0. The snake can become a 8. The snake can become a 6, or the snake can become the 9, making him known as having known all forms of wisdom. This is why the snake is seen as a form of wisdom in antiquity. Just wanted everybody to know that. Okay, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's a good one. I had something to add to that. I just lost my thought. Yeah, you see here, it's saying snake. So when people say salvation, I can see where it says salvation, where the characteristics or the letters of 9 are within it. But as far as saying that it means salvation, you won't find any like document or whatever saying that 9 means salvation. Not that I found or see. If anybody think different, stuff, leave a comment, please.
And bring the receipts.
Yep.
This is why you guys saw Moses throwing his staff down. And they were comparing wisdom. The Pharaoh and Moses were comparing wisdom.
And they
very interesting at the least.
Compare that snake to Jesus. Also, I mean, like a new life.
Right.
Let's see if I can find it. I got that sword. I got it marked in. I don't got it.
Also, Nakash. Nakash also means snake as well.
Huh.
And guess what? The top of Yakin and Boaz is made out of copper. Nakash.
I did my best, but I guess my best wasn't good enough.
When you gonna do your thing on that, bro?
On what?
The Yakin and Boaz.
Oh, you
Lamar.
talking to Chris or
No.
me?
He's talking to you.
Oh, I can do that. It's just that I haven't had that much time recently. I've been,
whatever you get ready.
But yeah, I can do a lesson on that.
Hey, let me go ahead and bring out the Hebrew numbers because I gotta split. I gotta work in the morning. Is that cool?
Come on.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Let me start off by saying that I agree with Kanalawa in the fact that the Strong's Concordance is not the best resource. It's if you look at it like a staircase, it's kind of like the first step because there's better tools out there. But going in the Strong's, the entity has made the claim that the number 9 means deliverance. So you can go to H8668, which the word is Teshua.
Sure.
Yeah. And that's from H7769, which is Shawa, right? So it means to be free or freedom. And if you go down to, what is it? 8672, that's the word for 9. It's Tisha, right? Now, this is one reason why I'm not really a proponent of the Lashawan Kadash anymore, because you can flip and bounce these words in any way that you want to dealing with the Lashawan Kadash. But when you deal with the valence, it's a more concrete definition, right? So these are spelt the same, but they have different meanings. And for 8672, it comes from 8159. I didn't have that one. I didn't have that one marked. But I'm gonna show you something. Like, I deal mostly with the BDB, right? So for
Remember, y'all,
Teshua,
James Strong was a Christian, so he hides a lot of those definitions too, in agreement with Brother Young. Go ahead.
yeah, for it's Tisha. It's on page 1077 in the BDB. All the entries that are given is strictly meaning a number 9, right? That's all it means, is number 9. And if you go to page 4, it's 448, and the word that's given is Teshua. And in this entry, it means deliverance or victory or salvation. None of these entries has 9 in it, and it's actually spelled with a wow. It's spelled Teth Sheen Wow Aleph Hey, as opposed to 9 being Teth. Thal Sheen Aleph Hey. So, like I said, that's why I don't deal with the Lashawan Kadash anymore, because you can just insert any, like Kadash was right when he said, like, it gives you all these uh translations, and you can just insert any translation that you want in there. It's like a Rubik's cube that you can just make up anything as you go along, or move it around and flip it and see what turns out. So, but when you go, like, the BDB is a more scholarly lexicon compared to the Strong's. And if you go into the BDB, you see that these are 2 separate words that have two separate meanings. And like I said, Chris had talked about this before. With the word for deliverance is Teshua. Now, even if you take that wow out of the word, it's still gonna have that U class vowel to make it Teshua and not Tisha. You know what I'm saying? So you say Tasha'a. You know what I'm saying? It's a way that you're gonna play with the words to make it mean what you want to make it. You know what I'm saying? What you want to make it mean. That's all that's going on with a certain person's doctrine with the deities or the entities doctrine. He's just making words fit to what he wants it to make based on the entries in the Strongs. But if you go to more scholarly works, it's clearly defining that these words have separate meanings and they're actually separate words. You know what I'm saying? And even if you break it down within the stems, uh, they have no connection based on the stem usage. And just to bring this out real quick, one time Judah had said that Kabbalah is not in the scriptures. Do y'all remember him saying that? Does anyone
Yep.
remember?
Yep.
Okay, either he was lying or he's just ignorant to where it's at. So if you go to Numbers 40 and 20, and I'm gonna read it with the vowelings. It says, "Welo yabo'u lir ot Kabbalah et hakodesh uh, wa wameto," right? So the number it says Kabbalah, right? And that means it's from the word Bala. So I think right here I'm reading from the Hebrew the Reader's Hebrew Bible. It's completely in Hebrew. So I believe this is the part where it's talking about I can't remember which son, but it's one of the duties of the Levites when they have to take a towel and put it over, let's just say the table, the showbread table. That word for putting it for covering the table with the cloth is bala, but it says here is Kabbalah. You know what I'm saying? Kabbalah. You know what I'm saying? And even if you read into the Lashawan Kadash, it's going to say it even more evident. It's going to be Kabbalah. You know what I'm saying? So it's right there.
What scripture is that again?
It's Numbers 40 and 20.
Oh, Numbers 40 and 20. I
Yeah.
think Numbers goes up to 36 in the Stones. Is it 40 in the King James?
Oh, I'm not so sure. I don't have that on me right now. Like I said, I'm reading out of the Hebrew, uh, the Reader's Hebrew Bible. Gosh, let me look real quick. Let me look real quick because I think it's like right at the end of the chapter. So give me 1 second. But like I'm saying, it's right there. So don't believe everything that you're told. Um, yeah, it's right. It's Numbers 40 and 20 in the King James. Yeah, it
Numbers
says, but
40. Because
I'm
even
I'm,
in
so,
the
I'm
King
sorry. I'm
James,
sorry. I'm saying 40. I'm sorry. It's late. It's time for me to go to bed. I'm sorry. Numbers 4 and 20. I'm sorry.
Khan. Good.
I'm sorry
Thank you.
about
Thank you.
that.
Numbers chapter 4, verse 20. Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, Salika about that. Toda Lamar. Like I said, it's late. I should be in bed, but yeah, it says, "But they
No,
shall
I'm
not."
glad. I'm glad. Let's bring this out. Hey,
Yeah,
it's in the scriptures. But yeah,
but
yeah. No worries. Carry on.
it says, "But they shall not go in to see when the Kadash things are covered, lest they die." So that word for cover, like when they're covering the all the
Kafah.
items when they're packing things up, is bala, and they
Bala.
put is when they put that ka as a prefix, it can mean like. So so they're covering it. It's like they're covering it. So like the elders teach us, this is an application of what they're doing with Kabbalah. They're covering, they're covering us up. Like they're using their magic to cover us, to keep us in a state of being covered up. You know what I'm saying? And so we're just wondering, is this the same thing that this entity is doing? You know what I'm saying? Because he's keeping certain things covered without telling us the full truth of what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just want to bring that out.
Where's Finder? Where you at?
Well, let me go ahead and say shalom there, because yeah, like I said, I gotta go to work in the morning. It's kind of late over here. So shalom to MVP Chris Harris, shalom to Lamont,
Peace.
shalom to Witchfinder General, shalom to the chat. You know what I'm saying? And yo, just follow Yahweh, study for yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Peace,
if you truly doing this sincerely, Yah is gonna show you. So shalom.
Yeah, shalom, brother. Thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks a lot, chat, for stopping by. We got a good little number of people up in here today. Yeah, man, digging this information for y'all, man. Hooker brother.
Y'all learning about the snakes.
Yup, learning about these snakes.
Shedding their skin all over the place.
Yup.
Teach y'all about these snakes, man. Got your back, man.
Yup.
We're gonna show y'all how to beat a snake with a stick.
Yup. Yup.
That's country right there.
Let y'all know, because knowing half the battle.
Knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe.
Yup. Let's find a general. Hooking y'all up.
Never mess with a snake.
Y'all burn their ass up. Y'all know it.
And if it's a false doctrine, I'm going to burn their ass up too.
Yep.
I'm going to burn it down. Ashkanah, Lawa, and Chachi and them, I'm waiting on y'all.
Yeah, we waiting on that date. We didn't get that date and that time yet.
Get your notes together.
They're talking all types of shit. They got all week blabbing. They got like, oh, damn. I saw one post Quina made. That shit had 460 something comments on it. I'm like, for what? Like, what was y'all talking about? It took 468 comments.
Look, you want to know something? I did that video on human sacrifice on Facebook, and that thing is at like 2,800 comments. People get mad about that.
Damn. Wow. Wow, that's heavy. Yeah, we got another one up in the room. Hook your boy up, hit that damn like button.
I'm telling y'all better start smashing that like button. Like y'all smash the like button. Somebody, we got 7 thumbs down.
Yeah, right.
That was Negi and Judah's 7 different accounts.
Yo, that's exactly that's exactly what that is too. Like, come on, Negi, help me, Negi. Like, I got you, Judah. Can you just pull my wedgie?
Judah, just don't say anything disparaging about me, right?
Bro, he sounded just like him. He got just like, where he at? I thought he was gonna come on tonight. Where he at?
And make us feel bad about teaching against the temple. That Tony Badillo clearly teaches too.
And how Judah gonna send the Edomite to go read the scriptures to us?
Damn. That's a low blow, Judah.
Yup. Some whole ass shit. That nigga hiding and asking for help. Stop asking for help, nigga. What you told Rob Rack? Then you said, Rob Rack. You told Rob Rack the scriptures can't help him.
Exactly.
Like, damn, what is that about?
Yeah. He said, what he put on Rob Rack said the scriptures can't help him.
Wow.
Yup.
A Judah Jex hex. Man, I got to get this yoga lesson up. I'm bullshitting.
That yoga lesson. We gonna tear his ass up on that yoga lesson.
Man, we gonna drop the bomb on it. We waiting for him to come back on the air. They say he hiding.
No doubt he hiding. That's a damn shame. That nigga gonna hide. I thought he was a guardian of the Torah. I thought he was a Shammai. And shout out to what's his name, Devin. Devin, what the hell are you doing up on TKR the other night when you know you was up in that room with that port and those homosexuals? Come on, man. Keep that shit 100, bro.
Oh, he said he wasn't?
Nah, the nigga was up on the damn. I wouldn't even show my face up on the damn on their live stream last night. I don't care
He
what
came out. Hey, you know when you've been hiding all day and you come out from that danky place and you smell that fresh air, you like, I can come out now. Nah, brother, the witchfinder general is on your ass.
That nigga know he was up in there. He ain't tell either. That nigga didn't even tell.
Hey, look, but to Devin's credit, though, he been cool. He ain't really been saying nothing. You know what I'm saying?
He can't. The nigga better not say nothing. That nigga was up in the house and shit with them niggas and shit. That fruity nigga walk around chasing children around and shit. Eating swine at a damn Halloween party. With the food that got skulls in it. The food has skulls in it. Tell me I'm a lie.
Nope, you ain't lying. You telling the truth.
That's a damn shame. With Judah's homosexual roommate running around the house chasing children. And he gonna invite a brother to that. Nigga, you supposed to took that brother out to eat somewhere. Some shit. Don't take that nigga to your house. that brother left there was like, whoa, Lord. That demon's popping off his ass like popcorn. Like, pop, 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 pop.
I just need to know what was up with old boy with that orange wig running around your crib. I was like, no, I tried to give him a pass to say, yo, this brother, this is Halloween. This is Halloween. They were like, no, that's a Christmas party. I said, what?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it 100. I heard. That's what I'm saying. I heard that nigga be walking around their house with his drawers.
Wow.
That's what I heard. I ain't seen it. I ain't said I seen it. I ain't got no videotape on it. But all I'm saying is that's the word on the street. That's the word on the street. And then they're gonna hide. Whole ass nigga gonna hide. Mr. Torah Guardian. How he guarding the Torah he run?
Got look, teaching from the same site your boy Tony Badillo is. Took the drawing and everything. I said, you gotta be shitting me, man.
That's not like some nigga that run a pizza restaurant.
Sound like an Israelite, right? According to Alazar.
Yeah, right? Oh shit. Shout out to Alazar, yo. What's up with that side, nigga?
We're all one nation. You might as well put we are the world. We are the children.
The new world order is a better place.
Is Paul McCartney gonna join Sicarii?
He's an Israelite. You didn't know?
Yo, he's an Israelite. Paul McCartney is Israelite.
He could play the bass left-handed.
Brother got talent. Talent.
I know that's an Israelite, man.
That brother good. That brother good. Yup.
Oh man.
Real man. Hot damn. Well, what my chat got to say? Y'all got any questions? Y'all got any shit to talk? Always somebody in here. So shit. Mr. Angel Brady.
Joel said Mick Judas was a gay Ronald McDonald. That's what I'm assuming. I'm assuming Brother Joel seen the video.
Oh man. If y'all didn't see that video, man, y'all gotta go back and check that out, man. You gotta check my channel out. You'll see that. Yup. Hey Judah. After this Halloween party, we gonna go on the live and wake up.
Teach the Torah to the people. We gotta get them in the truth.
Yup.
Oh man, I laughed so hard that night.
That's just crazy, yo. That was a classic video, yo. That's classic.
Ah man. I think Judah cried that night. He cried that night.
He said, why?
Judah was like Chris be waking up in the morning punching pillows.
That's exactly what that nigga was doing. That's exactly what he was doing. Hot damn.
Oh man.
Shout out
Hey,
to P up in here.
oh man. Well,
Yeah.
looks like we waiting on you, Judah. We waiting on Kana. We waiting on all you wicked devils.
Just waiting on them niggas. Shit.
Won't even show up.
Don't make me go find you.
I will get on this internet and start typing.
Yep. Wait me get up out of this motherfucker. And Cornell, you know I get your ass, yo. You already know what time it is. You already know what time it is. And I'm still not gonna get grimy. I ain't get grimy yet. Yeah. Did I get grimy? Nah, I ain't get grimy.
Nah, you kept it clean, man.
I ain't get grimy yet.
Nah, I did in that chat. I'd ask that boy, keep my name out your mouth, please, bro. I'm asking you. I don't even know you.
Oh, these niggas, man. The Chachi's got to get it.
Hello?
Who the fuck is that? What the fuck? Yo, who the hell is that?
It's Ken Kenneth from Connecticut.
Oh,
Well,
hell no.
I live in Japan now.
Motherfuckers.
What
Judah
is this?
motherfucker, what the fuck?
Look, I don't appreciate you guys talking about me inside the wig at the Halloween Sabbath. I get really upset about that when people talk about me behind my back.
Where's Judah Nazareth? I want to know what nasty.
Well, I made a mess on my mattress the other night. I think he's cleaning it up right now, but please don't disturb him right now, please. I like to walk around the house with my high heels on.
That what you do? What else y'all do over there?
Well, we have a Halloween Sabbath every Sabbath. Fuck yeah.
What the fuck? Oh my god. Y'all hear this shit? This nigga gonna hack my shit? Yo, how the fuck you get up on my shit?
Who is this?
Yo. Oh my god. Goddamn. Kicking that nigga got on my damn live stream. What the heck is going on? Yo, man, get the hell off my live stream.
Well, okay, I'm gonna go play N64, and please don't talk about me in the Halloween Sabbath. This was actually my idea for the business. Anyway, good night.
Damn. Only on the Witchfinder General will you find something like this happening, gentlemen.
Only here. Lamar, you hear that shit?
Yeah. Look, man, that shit's bugged the fuck out, man.
Yo, where the fuck you go? Yo, how you gonna just leave us here with that nigga?
Hey, I ain't trying to talk to that nigga.
Oh, shit. Damn. Oh. Get up in Connecticut, don't move to Japan with Judah Naz. God damn. Nasty ass. God dang. Oh my God. Hey, what are we gonna do, people? What are we gonna do? What's Solomon Jr.? You up here? You stay arguing. Who you arguing with tonight?
Right. Don't take that smile, boy. Solomon be going hard in that damn chat, boy.
Hey, that World of Black, she's still on the Yah thing and stuff like that. That's the only name. Oh yeah, you was Solomon. You had typed something I saw earlier too about Yah being the moon god and stuff. It's not Yah, it's Aya. It's spelled like I-A-H, not Y-A-H. There is no Y-A-H, or they name that god the moon god. That's a myth.
Yeah, that's a false doctrine as well.
Yep. The closest you can get to that is Aya. It's spelled with an I. I-A-H. G-Man almost froze to death. Hot damn. We got our lovely moderator holding it down, keeping everybody in line. How many people you had to zap tonight?
Oh well.
But who else up here? King Jackson standing P. Eat chitlins. Yeshua, King of Kings.
Judah got pork chops on deck.
Yup.
Shrimp cocktails on Marketplace.
He said they were tearing them up on the debate league, right?
Yes, sir. He couldn't breathe in the damn chat room. I was like, damn. They on your ass, Judah.
Let me get 4 chicken wings. They can fry hard.
Yeah, he was just talking about this dude named Anonymous Hebrew on there, man.
Oh, man. He can't even say nothing to him no more. He can't say nothing to nobody. He can't
They gonna be bringing up that video. Like, what about this video on them Chris got out on you, bro?
Yup. He can't even go on the argument league. And the argument league be ratchet as the hell. Like, they don't give a fuck.
I don't even go on the argument league, man. Yep. That's a whole nother level right there, man.
Them niggas, yo, but they keep that shit like that shit thugged out over there. They don't, they don't care. They just like, fuck you, nigga. This is what it is.
Like, you say some shit that you disagree with them niggas with, they gonna like, man, fuck you. Don't nobody care. You like, damn.
Yup. Straight like that, too. Yup. He can't even go over there and talk no shit. They run his ass as soon as he touched down. Hot damn. Fucking Judah Nazareth. Come on, Judah Nazareth.
Dude, over at the Argument League, like one of the titles to their video is "Fuck 6ix9ine and his girl." That's the title.
They go hard over there, boy. You go over there and say some shit out of pocket over there, like, man, fuck you, nigga. You like, damn, bro, really?
Yeah, I listened the other night. They was on somebody's head and shit. They had some dude was trying to rap. Yo, they tore his ass up. It was like, nigga, like, and he thought he was hot too. That was crazy about it. It's like, my shit, John Blaze, nigga. They're like, man,
I got John Blaze shit. No, Judah gonna come back.
That was funny about it. Nobody else out there can rap because they all so Bama niggas and shit. So like,
you know what I want to know though? What does the temple do for the people? What does it do? Like, how does it make people over here in America better?
Well, we should ask Trey Tell because he climbed up to the 3rd degree when he was at the grocery store.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That was one of the best.
Wait a minute. Funny, I think we have to interview Trey Tell. Hey, like, hey, Trey Tell, how did the temple wisdom get you up to the 3rd degree, and what did it do for your life?
He got it in the grocery store. That is what he said too.
When I was in the meat section,
Trey Tell went to the grocery store, and the Most High lift that veil over his eye. That nigga went on to the 3rd degree. I was like,
he said, I saw a ball of light and nobody else. I said, nigga, that's Paul's story. What are you talking about, bro?
Yeah, it was the fluorescent lighting over the deli section.
Yeah. Trey Tell, you gonna I saw something about our asses tonight, nigga. Because we gotta talk about that shit. That's funny as shit, nigga.
Because the minute Judah pulled up that drawing, you went into a trance. You like, that's it right there. That's what I saw.
Well.
The Most High lifted his veils on. And Judah said that shit mad crazy too. I was like, damn, what the hell did I miss while I was gone?
Judah said he was illuminated. That's what nobody caught.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Trey Tell?
I still got that video on deck. I still got that video.
He said, yo, Trey Tell, grocery store, the Most High lifted a veil over his eye.
Man, Judah ain't believe that shit.
That nigga said he went up into the 3rd degree. I was like, hot damn.
In the look in the bread and chip aisle.
Oh shit. He said the bread and chip aisle. Oh shit. Damn.
Nigga ain't saying shit.
Oh shit, Aaron said he went to the 3rd grade. You know this shit funny, nigga.
You ain't saying nothing, brother. Go sit down. Stop all this. Sometimes we got to stop this bullshit. I remember one dude told me, man, I almost got into a car accident. God saved me. Man, my car all tore up. I went over his house. That car's still in good condition. I said, "Oh, God repaired it for you that quick, huh? Get up out of here, man." Had a little dent in his hubcap. Like, man, get out of here, man.
Oh man.
You lost control of the car and you got control of the damn car again. Just say it.
Man, you know that there are disorders that are in society that people don't address. For example, pathological liars. Like they really exist. Like they go around telling people crazy shit. Like when I was in high school, there was this dude that was there. He used to always talk about like his interactions with all the rappers that were out. He would be like, "Yeah, man, I was with Cannabis, and man, that dude's a bitch, man." Like, and then when I was hanging out with Nas, he was like, "Yeah, he gave me dap." And then when I was hanging out with Too Short, he would just come up with these outrageous ass stories, and you're like, um, you know, he just comes up with these elaborate ass stories that were not believable whatsoever. It was just too elaborate. Like, yeah, so uh on Wednesday when I was in New York, I flew to this country and hung out with this celebrity and then went back home and I made it on time for school on Monday. Like just, you know, complete like pathological liars are real and they say anything.
Yeah, they'll go fuck. They'll say any old crazy ass thing. He dropped off and shit. But yeah, that's true. I know a couple of them. There was one dude that we used to call him 12 Ninjas because he would come over and just say some old crazy ass shit. Like he was saying, like, yo, on the way over here, yo, I ran into like 12 ninjas. They tried to jump me. And they some old crazy ass shit. And they expect you to believe it. But I'm that last dude, man. Be around. I'll be like, man, you lying.
Like, man, shut up. Don't nobody want to hear your lies today. I'm tired of this shit.
I'm like, nigga, you full of shit.
Right. Nobody care, man. Don't eat that bag of chips that your mama bought you, man. Sit on down for a minute. Hey, that's like when them One West niggas thought the world was going to come to an end. Remember that?
Yeah, right? Oh, yeah. Right.
Yeah, look. I know their mama was like, go on back upstairs, baby, in your bedroom. Your bedroom's still there. Your bed's still there. Go on lay down.
Yo, since the 2000 thing, what? There's already been like 3 or 4 end of the worlds.
Look, and according to the scriptures, they lied before a brick shower, if you know what I mean. Couple goddamn bricks to come their way, hoist a couple of rocks at their ass.
And they all had scriptures to back it up. They all had scriptures to back it up too.
By the biggest false prophet in the Bible, Yeshua.
I saw something today where they took Yeshua and they broke it down into like the Greek, like I guess like the timeline of like the letters or something like that, and they showed how they got from Yeshua to Jesus. Oh, crazy. Yeah, there's all types of crazy stuff on the internet.
Well,
like button. How many likes we got? Y'all better quit playing. The damn like button. All these niggas up in here.
Well, gentlemen,
we winning.
I guess we getting ready to close it on down.
Yep. You see these lights. Look at that.
Unless somebody want to come on in and talk some junk.
Yeah. Dude, how does that Ken Kniff guy get on your live stream? Like,
I have no idea, yo. Well, Judah Nazareth got that terrorist guy that he knows. Somebody.
Do you think those are the connections he has?
Yeah,
like he has a connection with Ken Kniff and the Israeli terrorists. Call the police.
Call the police. He know the Mossad.
Yup.
Shut up. No, you don't, fool.
We gotta get Basil up on here. Basil, you want to come in here for a minute?
And I talked to Basil one time on the phone. I called back. His grandma, somebody answered, like, I don't know no Basil that live here. I was like, oh, that ain't his real. That ain't his real name. I see. He ain't got that on his ID either.
Basil. Who's the damn Basil?
I'm gonna tell you, Christian, something. Stop trying to talk to me about history. You don't know no damn history, and you damn sure don't know more than I do about history. Don't come at me with that bullshit. Thank you.
Chris got that history for real. Yeah, Solomon, you be talking big shit up in the chat. Yo, you want to come on?
Solomon, no, I like beating people up in the chat. I'm home. Solomon, I'm good. This is where I'm at. I'm home here.
Yeah, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Now, Basil.
All right.
All right, too. Basil wanted them, too. I tear your ass up in the chat. Sorry.
Well, I tell y'all what, I'm finna cut up out of here, man. I'm finna go to sleep myself, bro.
We gonna put it down here. We gonna put it down. Yeah, y'all.
All right, y'all.
Been great. Had a wonderful audience tonight. No crazy foolishness popping off. So, yeah, we're gonna end this joint here. I'm gonna play Lamar's joint tonight. So, y'all have a good night. Yahweh Akkad. Shalom to all the other knights over here. Judah Nazareth, Negi, come out from behind y'all rock. Get out from under the bed together. Cave Kenneth, stay on my live streams. And we out. Not yet. Something always going on, yo. Something always going on. I forgot. Well, I ain't playing your shit tonight, Lamar.
Damn, that's the second time, huh?
Second time, yo.
I was gonna say, damn, are you sure you're gonna play it?
I ain't got time to be looking for it. That shit, I forgot.
No worries.
Different format. You gotta send me a different format. All right, we about to show you. That's it. Tory Nice, boy. Killer B. Goddamn witch final general. Motherfucker, you got a witch. I'll burn that motherfucker up.
I guess nothing is coming out from JN. Nothing. J is real.
There won't be nothing left. Burn his ass up.
All praise to God.
All praises.
He is a God. First things bubbles.
Check his own out, Josh.
You and the slain, acid rain cult leaders who do vids about their features.
What?
Teachers who profess no preacher. Bleach report, y'all be conjuring demons thinking you curse. Bubble burst, the Torah night hearse. Damn blasphemy with the crew of Fati. Just meditate and see. Sheep with nine spinning in their brain. Hypnotized dead. Brittany and K fed. What kind of man says men fantasize about it? Oh, what an outing.
Thanks for those likes, y'all.
Shouting, mind control puppets when they Satan handler. What? They loosely be a Springfield chandelier. Campers beware, the wolves are out. They think they got you, the crying is out. Drought in their brains like the desert of Sinai. Jeet Kune style, I don't do it, the ledges fly. Seismic activity collapse your beach. Pagodas and wooden structures discovered underneath. Think about Tsunami Jimmy, pluck the strings, label infinity. Disseminate judgment like icicles. The mind open up too late for tear trickle. Visual proof of your leader's folly. We're playing more games than Molly. It's a rocky road waking up from abuse. Yet you can't change those who want to remain aloof. Even chant Baffy in they bid to distract me. Laughing in the heavens attacking. Cast a fool thinking Darawah's a book. They forgot to swim and bit the hook. Darawah is within as God is changing your heart. Mercy upon those who you put in a cart on the chart to purchase your mind. Who am I to argue with wisdom design? Freedom to write and recite. Turn the devil day and the night. Look how this word smite. Lift they face up right. Ate up by their own might. So interesting to the sight. It's a page turner. Demons branded with the J-in burner. When J-in, you out. It'll learn you. Scorn teachers run for the hills. Then the hills cough them up, no frills. I get chills thinking about your house sinking beneath. All because you became more Cain than beast. Or more beast than Cain. Where that beast call you by government name. Slain firstborns, even to my own self born. Bought the farm, the one that Kanai's grown. Smoke y'all when aroma enters zone. Niggas be walking with their downfall in their hands. She walk with you, or you play in the sand. Claiming nothing but old man. Troubled life more than Gary Coleman. Damn. That's old. Let them coals light up into embers. Nebuchadnezzar destroy your temple so you can remember volumes of witnesses against you. High right holding more yoga positions than Hindu. It's the return of Vishnu to end you. Who used stones to tempt you. Chalk this up to a misused pimp move. Blade grip you. Hold lifetime Josh remain blissful. Crazy y'all, no dismissal. Use another dismissal to end. Let this fire quench you. Same way it quench you. Motto is simple. Wish death upon fam, catch holy mental. Bombarded by shrapnel, have doctor removed. Piece by piece with scalpel. Then, when you rest, ninja come through and scalp you. All over tough talk. Vengeance is mine, says Yah. Feel the wings of the tomahawk. Feel the wings of the tomahawk. Cats are yoked up with 2 rings. Hear them rings. Ring, 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 ring. Cats be freaking out. I know. I know. You never did that, right? You never came to your house for it, you know? All praises to your house. Yeah. For always being active, not stagnant, not confined in some box or some book. For being ever present. I mean, what do you expect? How is your house? Allah. So, big ups to all those who stand against wickedness, who expose crookedness, who look and seek for righteousness from mature adults, right? Don't be mad when the table is turned, like Grandmaster Flash. Yeah. Your brother shot.
It came a fire.